I used to be completely trapped. I was stuck in this loop of negative thoughts, feeling like my life was stalled and going absolutely nowhere. I tried everything, you name it, New Year's resolutions, fancy planners, those brutal 5 a.m. alarms, and nothing ever stuck for more than a few days. Then, I found a 7-day mental framework that didn't just tweak my mindset, it felt like it completely rewired my brain and changed my reality. In this video, I'm sharing that exact plan with you. This isn't magic, it's a systematic way to take back control of your mind. And it all starts when you realize you've been fighting the wrong battle all along. For years, it felt like I was living behind a thick wall of glass. I could see the person I wanted to be, that confident, productive, happy guy, but I just couldn't get to him. Every single morning, the first thoughts that hit me were a list of everything I hadn't done and everything I was failing at. It was just this instant wave of anxiety. My inner voice was my own worst enemy. It would tell me I wasn't good enough, that I was lazy, that there was no point in even trying because I'd just fail again. Sound familiar? That voice ran my entire day. I'd put off important work because my mind would whisper, "You'll probably just mess it up anyway." I'd skip social events because that voice would say, "Honestly, nobody really wants you." I was just so tired, not from my job, but from the constant, draining war inside my own head. It was a feedback loop from hell. Negative thoughts led to doing nothing, and doing nothing proved that my negative thoughts were right. I wasn't just in a rut. I was in a prison I had built for myself, and my own mind was the warden. I knew something had to change, but every time I tried to just be positive, it felt like punching a concrete wall. It just left me feeling bruised and even more defeated. My breakthrough finally came when I was at my absolute lowest. After yet another failed attempt to get my life together, I stumbled on the idea of neuroplasticity. It's basically the brain's ability to rewire itself by forming new connections. Think of your brain like a computer. My software, my automatic thought patterns was buggy and outdated. I kept trying to force the computer to run faster, but the software itself was the problem. I didn't need more willpower. I needed a software update. That's when I discovered the work of Dr. Alia Crum, a psychologist at Stanford. Her research shows that our mindsets, what we believe deep down, can literally change our physical reality. For instance, in one study, she worked with hotel maids. She simply changed their perception of their work, reframing it as good exercise. Even though their behavior didn't change, they saw real health improvements, like weight loss and lower blood pressure. Their mindset alone changed their biology. And that's when it finally clicked for me. She said, "The total effect of anything is a combined product of what you're doing and what you think about what you're doing." I had been so obsessed with doing more, with just forcing it, that I completely ignored the power of thinking differently. The problem wasn't my lack of effort. It was my mental programming. I realized if I could intentionally change my core beliefs, I could build new pathways in my brain and create a new reality. The goal wasn't to fight every single negative thought, but to build a new, better system that would make them irrelevant. This is what led me to create a simple 7-day framework to do just that. Think of this as a week-long mental reset. For it to work, you have to really commit for 7 days. Each day builds on the last, creating this compounding effect that will totally shift how you think and feel. You can't fix a problem you don't know you have. Today, your only job is to be a quiet observer of your own thoughts. When the negative self-talk pops up, don't fight it and don't judge it. Just notice it and label it like, there's that story again. Then your second job is to move. Inertia is the enemy. The goal is to break that physical state of being stuck. Pick one tiny thing you've been putting off, sending that one email, going for one 0-minute walk, or just cleaning one corner of your room, and just do it. This small win sends a huge signal to your brain. I'm in control. I'm not standing still anymore. Today, we install the new software. Before you even look at your phone in the morning, give yourself 10 minutes for a priming routine. Focus on 3 things. First, your beliefs. Say who you want to be out loud. For example, I am disciplined. I am focused. I am capable. Second, your behaviors. State how you will act. Today, I will choose growth. I will act with intention. Third, your desires. Visualize one thing you want to get done today and actually feel the emotion of it being complete. This isn't just wishful thinking. You are literally telling your brain what to look for throughout the day. Your old programming is going to try to run today. Your job is to interrupt it. Whenever you catch yourself thinking something negative like, I can't do this, I want you to add one simple word at the end. Yet. I'm not good at this. Yet. I don't get this. Yet. It's a tiny change, but it reframes the thought from a permanent dead end into a temporary state. It shifts you from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Then ask yourself one question. What can I learn from this? This pulls you out of feeling like a victim and puts you back in control. Today is about building mental toughness. At some point today, you're going to hit a wall. You'll feel that friction, that desire to just give up. In that exact moment, I want you to say this out loud. I refuse to quit. This isn't about being a superhero. It's about consciously deciding to push through that discomfort for just 5 more minutes. This is how you build the perseverance muscle. You also need to adopt what I call radical ownership. You're the CEO of your life. Stop blaming your boss, the weather, or your past. Focus only on what you can control. Your attitude, your effort, and your very next action. This shift is one of the most powerful you'll ever make. Your beliefs are just stories you tell yourself over and over. To build a new belief, you have to give your brain new evidence. Today, your job is to make one small choice that lines up with the person you're becoming. Maybe it's choosing a healthy meal, turning your phone off for an hour to set a boundary, or speaking up in a meeting. Then, grab a journal and do this quick exercise. Write down one limiting belief. I always procrastinate. Find one piece of counter evidence from your day. Today, I started my work right away. Write a new empowering statement. I am someone who takes action. You are actively rewriting your own story with cold, hard proof. Your brain is wired to find whatever it's looking for. If you look for problems, trust me, you will find them everywhere. Today, you're going to train your brain to look for the good. Your task. List 3 new things you are grateful for. And get specific. Not just my family, but the way my partner smiled at me this morning. This trains your focus. Next, practice an abundance mindset. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, notice the opportunities you do have. See challenges not as roadblocks, but as chances to get better. This isn't about ignoring reality. It's about shifting your focus to what makes you powerful. This is how you make it stick. Today, pick one skill from this week that really clicked for you. Maybe it was reframing with yet or the morning routine, and commit to making it a daily practice. Then, take 15 minutes and just review your week. Acknowledge how far you've come. How do you feel compared to day 1? What did you learn? Celebrate those small wins. This tells your brain that this new way of operating is valuable and worth keeping. You've just completed a full system update. If you've tried to change before and failed, it's probably because you were just relying on willpower. You know that feeling of trying to hold a beach ball underwater? That's willpower. Eventually, your arms get tired, and the ball shoots right back up to the surface. This framework is different because it's not about fighting your old self. It's about building a new one from the ground up. This method works because it's based on the science of neuroplasticity. Every single day of this framework is designed to weaken those old negative neural pathways and build new positive ones. The repetition is key. Every time you practice a new thought, you're wrapping that neural pathway in something called myelin. Think of it like paving a dirt road. The more you travel it, the smoother and faster the path becomes until it's an automatic highway. You are literally rewiring your brain to make positive thinking your new default. You're not just changing your mind, you're changing the structure of your brain. You now have the blueprint to start changing your life in 1 week. But it's just that, a blueprint. The real power is in actually doing it. Change isn't a single event, it's a process. You've installed a new operating system for your mind. Now your job is to keep running it, to keep practicing. Remember, you are the architect of your own